Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. We are stopped just off the roadway here. I want to give y'all a quick tour of my van and how I packed it out for this 2-week road trip that I just started. It's windy. So we're at this little roadside park here. It's just a rest area. You can hear the traffic in the background. We got Annie in here with us for the trip, so some things are just kind of scattered around. Some of the little things are just kind of like thrown in here, but I wanted to make a point to show y'all kind of how I packed it out and give you an idea. But check out this cute little picnic area. I'm gonna close this door, but look over here. It's rained so much here it's rained so much here in Texas that got like a little ravine going on down here. Not a very big rest stop at all out here, y'all. Real tiny, right here, right by the road. So the trip to this point has not been very exciting. Just a whole lot of rain on the highway to get through. I think we finally got on the other side of the big rainstorms that have been coming through. So not very exciting leg of the trip. So I didn't want to cover that, but I do want to show y'all what's in the van and how I packed it for 2 weeks. So let's get into that. All right, so I'm gonna start out here in the front. This is just like a catch-all for everything that I can't fit it anywhere else or that I need like right offhand, like my purse is just kind of there. This is a little seat and kind of hidey hole thing that I bought for Annie. Show you. It kind of turns into a little thing she can hide, because sometimes she likes to hide in there and sometimes she just wants to come up here and sit down. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. And then I've got her cute backpack here because we're probably going to get out on some trails. So that's there. Now I've got some stuff kind of shoved in between the seats here. This is one thing I don't know what to do with yet. I don't have enough hooks in my van for all of my caps, so they're just kind of there. And I've got my paper towels right here at the ready and my wet wipes. Before I move on to the back, I have to mention that my little trash bag here, down beside my backpack, or Annie's backpack down here, is going to be the new tire inflator. Ugh, it's kind of wedged down in there, but you get the picture. The new tire inflator that I bought. If you want some more details on that or want to get a look at it, check my last video. But yeah, that's down there. And of course, in the glove compartment, I've got important paperwork, including insurance, very important, some safety items, a couple of tools, a tire gauge, things like that that you would regularly carry in your car at all times, hopefully. And here in the back is most important back here. So I've got my dry foods, stuff that does not need to be cold. Just got it in a little bag here. It's pretty full. I've got some other incidentals in there, like an empty little shopping bag if I need one, and some extra plastic bags for like trash and whatnot. Got cup of noodles and some of those adventure meals and crackers and things like that in there. Of course, down here, just kind of sitting here in the way right now, is my power station. And then I've got strapped to the back of the passenger seat right here, I've got my Coleman cooler I've got a little bit of ice and a few things in it right now, not a whole lot. And then my little table that I can use if I need a table. If I'm not at a picnic area that has a table, I can set up my own little bitty table. It's a folding table, and I can even put it in here and use it as like a TV stand almost while I'm sitting on the bed. It's about the same height. It's probably a tad bit taller, but it's like perfect for me to sit on the bed and eat. Speaking of eating, are you enjoying finally? Anyway, you can kind of see, like I've said before, most of my storage is going to be underneath the bed. This is going to be like 98% of the storage in this van is going to be underneath the bed. So I've kind of had to shove some things in here this time. You know, I've got my tablet under here, right here at the on this side. I've got this bag has my charging cords for the power station and a couple of other things. Back behind where I've got that charging station, those cords, you'll see I've got some extra toilet paper back there. I don't know if you can see that, but I do. This is just kind of shoved in here. I've got a little makeup bag and some extra shoes and sandals. This is kind of like my go bag that's right here in the front. It's got my toiletries in it. Stuff that I can just, if I get out at a truck stop or a rest stop or something and I need toiletries or whatnot, a brush, it's all in there. It's like pick up, ready to go. So that's there. And oh, hang on.
A few moments later.
Okay, we done? We good? Okay. I'm showing y'all what's on this side of the bed here. This is the door that I normally use on the right side, the passenger side of this van, to get in and out as far as the side. Of course, I use the back doors a lot too, but I hardly ever use this door over here on the driver's side because a lot of times I leave this half of the curtain up, which is my dividing curtain here, so that I have some privacy in the back when I'm parked somewhere. So I hardly ever get in that side. But I'll show you what's over there, stuff that's like I don't have to get a hold of, that doesn't necessarily have to be easily accessible. I'll show you what's on that side. But this is kind of what's accessible from this side that I mostly get into. So back up underneath the bed right here, you'll see this block. It's got a lot of miscellaneous stuff in here. It's got charging cords, it's got batteries, my kettle, my fan that I use pretty often, lint roller, just little stuff like that. Another charger here, a smaller charger, some Ziploc bags, a little lantern, some more trash bags and stuff like that. So just incidentals that I may need when I'm parked. So that is right there here, right under the bed right there. So I'm gonna kind of push this stuff back and show you what's on this end. Okie dokie. So right down here on this end of the bed, the Annie side of the bed, up underneath here we have something fairly important. That's gonna be my toilets right here. It actually goes in its own case because it is an expandable toilet. It's kind of like a bucket toilet. Basically, you place a bag in it with some like animal pellets or litter, if you will, and bag it and throw it away. Real simple camping toilet, but it comes in its own little case right here. So that goes right here in the front in case I need to get it while I'm in here. And then on this trip, we've got a huge duffel bag that just happens to fit pretty darn perfectly underneath the bed here. And let me get around to the back and I'll tell you more about that. Before I do that, I do have to mention, since I told you about the toilet here, back there in this little corner where my toilet paper is shoved in there, I do have that animal litter or animal pellets. It's kind of like what you put in the bottom. You can even use it in horse stalls and stuff like that. It has like a pine smell and it's very absorbent, and it will absorb liquids and stuff like that. So that's why you put it in the bag before you use your toilet. And yeah, it all makes sense. But it's back in there in that little corner too, so I could just reach down in there and get it. Let's go around the back. Because I have a cat, its space is a little bit wonky in my van because we have to have a litter pan somewhere. Now, if I don't have my big duffel bag in here, if it's just a short trip, I can actually shove this litter pan kind of underneath, and she has some privacy in there, and she'll go to the restroom actually underneath the bed, and you can't even see it. But because we're so packed down, it's right here. And I usually put her little feeding bowls here when I'm out of the van wandering around. She can eat and drink right there. So, of course, we've got this 6-gallon water can right here that's just sitting here. I filled this up last night. I didn't fill it up to capacity, but it's fairly full. And it's sitting here very snug by the doors. And then you can see, sorry about all the road noise. You can see I just kind of have a pile here. I've got my jacket because I'm going to use that. But I also have a rain jacket that just fell down. But I have a little heating blanket or pad right now. It's my mistake that I didn't go shopping for a legit heating blanket before I left. So this is all I could find because I think we're going to get into some temps that are a little bit chilly at night. So we're going to have some sort of heat source, I think. So we've got a little heating pad, got an extra blanket there. Annie kind of has her own little blankets that I put on the bed here to keep the cat fur situation down when it comes to my comforter. So yeah, there's a lot of blankets kind of over there, kind of shoved in this little corner. But of course I've got my Reflectix that I put in the windows, just kind of shoved in there. That's pretty convenient for them. But under here is where my big duffel bag goes, and I just shoved it in there. So it fit pretty perfect. And I will tell y'all right now, look at the size of that thing. I think I overpacked for this trip, but this is gonna kind of be the guinea pig trip because this is the longest trip I've taken in my van thus far, and I really think I packed too many clothes. But that bag is full of clothes and undergarments and things like that, so we'll see if I actually packed too much. And there's my little sticker. Y'all didn't know I had stickers, did you? Just in case there's a place that I'm allowed to place stickers, I can do that. Let's see. The only other thing under here, I've got my camping chair, and it, again, it's just shoved in there like that. Fits perfect. And just put my water can back up there. And close the door. Voila. It fits perfect. But yeah, other than my little magnets and signs on the wall here, I have a little flashlight headgear, my fly swatter that I use, another light here. I've got my string lights at the top here. Those are what I call my party lights if I'm just wanting some mood lighting in here. All my pillows, I actually added an extra pillow. I got one from my house, a regular size pillow, and put back there. So yeah, let's go around. Oh, Annie. Let's go around the other side. Alright, so this is the driver's side that I hardly ever open this door. Annie's like, I didn't know there was a door over here. So, yeah, you can see my extra pillow back here. But see, I usually have this attached. It goes around and down the side of the door so that hardly any light whatsoever gets in between the front and the back when I'm back there. But this is what I have down here. So I've got my cooking stove, my camping cooking stove right here. It's all in there. It's like the little butane cooking stove. I've got my extra curtain and an extra blanket back here. Now, these could be considered essential when you're in the van, but normally I get out and have to rearrange everything. It's like setting up a little home. When you get somewhere you know you're going to stay, I can just get out and retrieve those and do what I need to do. So it's not as essential as some of the other stuff. But I also have all my kitchen gear right here too, which I don't have to have right up front. So that's kind of what's on this side. If you want to see a more in-depth view of what I've got, like my kitchen gear, what exactly my toilet is, and other little incidental things, check out my other videos. I will link the camper van playlist to this video in the description below, and just click on that and you can go through some of those videos and pretty much get any kind of information that you would need on what's in the van right now. But I just kind of wanted to show you how it's packed out, because I'm astounded how much that you can get in a small space. And like I said, I think I brought too many clothes. Like this duffel bag was a pretty good sized duffel bag. It's like I think it was a 28-inch duffel bag, and it's pretty full. I think I overdid it, but I'll learn. I will learn. So anyway, I think I did too much, but I'm pretty astounded that I could fit as much as I could in the van and still have some space to move around. Now when I'm in here, when I actually get settled, I'll still have to maneuver some stuff, and there's not going to be a whole lot of room, but that's okay. That's not what this is for. This is basically a place to sleep, right, Annie? And the adventure is out there. So anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this quick little tour. Let me know if you have any questions about anything, or if you saw something that I could do better, let me know. We will see you down the road. Like I say, we just got started. Check out our next videos, our upcoming videos. That's where the adventure is going to be. We're going to go to so many different places. Hope you'll come with us. Come back and see where we wander to next, because you just don't know. And I don't really know either. There's only one or two things that are like a hard planned thing for me. Everything else, who knows? So we'll see you then. All right, Annie, let's go back on the road. See you later. Bye.